Yeah, just a few seconds. So actually the video is in some parts, so I was trying to get them together, but I think it will take a lot of time. So devotees we can directly see the part.
I saw that this card which the devotees had given me with the Mahamantra written and the address of the temple there, Seven-Bari place. I somehow made a trip to this temple, and my good fortune was that Srila Prabhupada happened to be there at that time. This is also, as I said earlier, Krishna's timing. Krishna has brought this movement at the perfect time. One Mataji, a young Mataji, she asked to Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, why did you not, Shri Radha Madhav ki jai, why did you not come earlier? Why was this movement not started earlier? And Prabhupada gave a very nice reply. Prabhupada said, because you were not present there at that time. Because you were not there at that time. I was waiting for you. So, Krishna is the best timer. He knows how to time things. Exactly at the right time, this movement came to the West, to the right person, and exactly at the right time, I met Srila Prabhupada, because I was having doubts, what is the purpose of life? And no one was able to answer that. The first lecture that I heard Srila Prabhupada giving was, in that lecture, although I had no idea what this philosophy or anything is about, somehow I entered the temple. Srila Prabhupada was sitting on the Vyasasana, and the first thing I heard was, Prabhupada said, Krishna is present in the deities, pointing out to the deities. Krishna is there. But if you think that he is a stone, then he will remain a stone. That seemed to be a very profound statement to me at that time. I had no idea what this was, but he was saying with so much emphasis and so much conviction, Krishna is there. But if you think he is just a stone, then he will remain a stone. And then also, in that same lecture, Prabhupada said that practice Krishna consciousness seriously and don't show off, don't take to this Krishna consciousness just for showing off. I couldn't analyze why exactly at that particular point Prabhupada had said that, but that's what he said, don't take to Krishna consciousness just for showing off. So after this lecture, the devotees went up on the third floor where Srila Prabhupada was staying of the Bari Place temple for darshan. I had no idea what to do, but because everyone was going, so I also followed. I also went with them. And we entered Prabhupada's room where Prabhupada was giving darshan to devotees as well as some life members and some congregational members. After this darshan, actually during the darshan also, I remember one Indian person was saying that it is natural to have sense enjoyment. Why are we being so restrictive? And Prabhupada answered that life is very dangerous. He said that you do not know when you will be killed. Any moment you may die. So at the end of the darshan, all the devotees went one by one to offer their obeisances. So I had no idea, but because everyone was offering the obeisances, I also went to offer my obeisances to Srila Prabhupada. And something wonderful happened at that point, which turned my life to spiritual life. And the experience I can never forget. Srila Prabhupada spoke to me at that time one word that made all the difference to my life. He was always very humble. He, with this oceanic smile, Prabhupada touched my head and said this one word, Jai. That was enough to convince me. That one word, Jai. And he smiled at me somehow. I had no idea. But that small, it's not small, it's the biggest incident. It's the biggest incident in my life, the best incident in my life. One Vaishnava poet has written, Narottam Das Thakurji has written that just by approaching a saintly person of the caliber of Srila Prabhupada, other Mahabhagavats, all of one's sinful reactions are immediately burnt up. So that's what I felt, that my sins were gone just by being in presence of Prabhupada, and I had feelings that Krishna was present in that room. And I have shared these feelings with many other devotees, and any devotees who had actually met Srila Prabhupada also had the same feelings that Krishna was present with him. So at that moment itself, I resolved, I offered my obeisances to Srila Prabhupada, and I said that I am going to serve him lifelong. He is going to be my master lifelong. Forget all my other things. I can understand that Prabhupada is very, very special. That was at the time when I just started going to the temple. Every time Srila Prabhupada would chant Jai Radha Madhava, I would feel like crying. Actually, tears would just come out. His whole body was shaking when he used to sing Jai Radha Madhava. One time, Srila Prabhupada came to the manor. His health was not so good. On one day, Srila Prabhupada, his favorite preparation was a Bengali preparation called parabal, if I pronounce it correctly. It's called parabal. It's a vegetable preparation, very popular in Bengal. So Prabhupada desired this.
I think Bengali is portal.
Portal, excuse me, right, portal. Portal is the right word.
Hindi name is parabal.
Oh, Hindi name is parabal, Bengali mein portal kehte hain. Portal. Portal. So he was very fond of this vegetable, portal in Bengali, portal. So at that time, Harikesh Maharaj, now Harikesh Prabhu, he was given this assignment to arrange everything for Srila Prabhupada. So somehow I was selected by Harikesh Prabhu. Go to the city is about 20 kilometers from the manor, and get some I will say portals, that's the Bengali word, portals. Kirtan, because Prabhupada has asked that. So I thought this was really an honor that I got. And Harikesh, strict as he was, said with a warning, don't fail, get it, Prabhupada wants it. I went there and I got in touch with some of the local people in the place, Indians, who were quite familiar with the shopping and the markets in there. I went searching like anything. To my dismay, till the whole day, till the end of the day, I could not find the portals. And I had to come back without. I feel really very sad. I could not fulfill the Prabhupada's desire, but I tried every market, every shop that could have had, but I could not get it. I felt very sad about that. One time, one Mayavadi sannyasi came to meet Srila Prabhupada. He had heard how dynamic this Krishna consciousness movement was, and is attracting so many people, especially Western-bodied people, so many people, and also Indians. Many Indians are there in England also. So this Mayavadi sannyasi, he made a proposal to Srila Prabhupada. Said, Swamiji, you are also Hindu, we are also Hindu. Why don't we combine together and we will preach Hinduism? Prabhupada told him frankly, no. And he told him, do you take tea? So he was saying perhaps Prabhupada is offering tea. Of course, Prabhupada was not offering tea. Prabhupada later on explained that they cannot even give up tea, and their philosophy is completely bogus, unbona fide. And this Swami, so-called Swami, he had brought some leaflets with him to propagate his own so-called Siddhanta. So when this sannyasi, so-called sannyasi left, Prabhupada took his plate of prasadam and told them, we don't waste anything in Krishna consciousness. Use these leaflets for the prasadam. Prabhupada distributed, used those leaflets for distributing the prasadam. One time, Srila Prabhupada was being taken down the stairs. His room was on the second floor. He was being taken down the stairs on a palanquin. Even in his condition, he was very observant. He noticed everything. Nothing was missed by him. He saw one person in karmi clothes enter the pujari room, where all the deities' paraphernalia are assembled and washed and everything. He had done some shopping. The devotees explained that he has just done some shopping to bring the Prabhupada said, no entry with karmi clothes in the pujari department. He was very strict about it.
It was in Delhi.
Delhi temple, in Lajpat Nagar. In the very second temple. First one was in Bengali colony. The second temple was in Lajpat Nagar. Yeah. I was there. I was one of the palanquin holders. That was my great fortune. There were 4 palanquin holders. I was one of them. So Prabhupada chastised the managers. Why is he entering in the pujari room with karmic clothes? It should be stopped. Srila Prabhupada, when he was sick in America during the very early years, I would say around 69 or so, and because of his ill health, some of the devotees at that time approached him, and somehow these devotees, they asked Srila Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, can we, with your permission, approach some of your god brothers, some of the other members of the Gaudiya Math? Because you are quite unwell, we don't want to stress you. That time Prabhupada had tears in his eyes. And Prabhupada said, my spiritual master was special. He saved me. I just paraphrase this a little bit as I heard from some devotees, is that Prabhupada said that I never ever thought of going to anyone for shelter except my Guru Maharaj. And actually this is the secret of Srila Prabhupada's profound success. He followed his Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, relentlessly, facing so many difficulties. One time when he was in Hyderabad, he was in his room at that time, and Srila Prabhupada wanted to, he had a very beautiful picture of his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur. He wanted to hang this suitably so he could see it. He asked some of his disciples. Unfortunately, the shape of the room, the corners and all that, for whatever reasons it was designed in that particular way, no matter how hard the disciple tried, he just could not hang this beautiful picture of Bhakti Siddhanta, which Srila Prabhupada wanted very much to have this photo. Then Prabhupada told the disciple, give the picture to me, I will show you how to hang it. And Prabhupada hanged it. I'm not sure of the details how he did it, but it's recorded in the story that Prabhupada hanged it. And in that connection, Prabhupada said, this is Columbus. He could do it. And in connection with the Gaudiya Math, this is how Prabhupada also said that. He's from his own lotus mouth. Prabhupada gives this story in the folio. It is recounted that Columbus was a very brave person and very intelligent person. And also Prabhupada in other places mentions this intelligence is also due to Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said, Purusham Rishu, I am the intelligence of all people. So Columbus is accredited with discovery of many things. Amongst his discoveries is that he discovered or established rather that this world is round. So if you go from one particular place and keep on going in one direction, you'll come back to the same place. Other philosophers also and other geographers also had postulated it, but Columbus is the one who actually proved it or established it. So he did that supposing you want to come from Spain, where he was staying, to India, you don't have to only go east. You can also come by a western route. So anyway, he discovered America and some other places, although some other people got the credit for it. I'm not going to get into historical and geographical details here. When he returned to Spain, there was a party held in his honor. The king, if I remember, King Ferdinand and his wife Isabella were also present there. So this party was held, and by and large all the people were appreciating his great monumental work just having 2 small or 3 small ships, not even ships, they could be called only a boat, 3 boats, and going all the way from Spain and discovering America. Everyone was really appreciating him. And it was an appreciable work which he had done. However, in that party, there was one very envious person, and who would always chide, or he would always find faults with Columbus. I don't understand why he's being given so much importance. We Spanish are all very brave people. Any one of us could have done what Columbus has done. It's beyond me to understand why he is being given so much recognition. He would say openly like that. So Columbus tolerated all this, because a great man, he does not care for all this fault finding. He is well established in his own glory. There's a saying that when the caravan passes, well, so many things happen, but the caravan goes on. In Hindi, there is a saying that when an elephant goes, the dogs, they will bark. But the elephant does not care for them. The elephant keeps on walking. So Columbus, he tolerated all this. It doesn't affect my position at all. But when this person became a little too much, so Columbus wanted to teach him a lesson. And so he told him. At that time, Columbus was eating, or they were having in the party, boiled eggs. So he took one boiled egg and he challenged to everyone, make this egg stand vertically like this, without any external, I'm using a sport, but make this egg stand vertically without any external support. Horizontally is easy, anyone can do. But make it stand vertically without any external support. So he challenged everyone, can anyone do it? So everyone denied, no, we cannot do. Then Columbus challenged this person who was very envious. Now you try it, you're talking so much, let's see you try this. And this man said, no, I cannot do, and Columbus, you mark my words, you won't be able to do it either, you'll just make a mockery of yourself. Columbus said, no, I can do it, and I will show you how to do it. So he took that boiled egg and took a knife, he scraped the bottom part of it, made it level, and blow. The egg was standing vertically without any external support, only by itself. So this man and others also, they said, Columbus, this is very easy, we could have all done it. Columbus said that I have shown you how to do it, now you are saying it is very easy. So similarly, some of the God brothers of Prabhupada who were saying that they could have done it, they even said that this was going to happen anyway. Some of the God brothers said that. Why was it going to happen anyway? Because it says right in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, Prithvete Achayatra Nagradigram Sarvatra Prachar Hoibe More Nam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself has said that his names will be spread all over the world. But if that is so, then why did it not happen until Srila Prabhupada made it happen? He actually made it happen. So this story nicely illustrates. It takes special intelligence. Prabhupada had that. One famous sociologist has made a very interesting observation that if you are planning to do something which will last for 1 year, then you just plant rice, because that's the time it takes to fructify or mature. Within 1 year, the rice will be ready. If you are looking only for 1 year, planning only for 1 year, then do only rice. But if you are planning something for little longer, say 20 years, then you should plant trees. Trees take 20 years to grow, something like that. Just a general quotation. But if you are planning something which will last for centuries, then you should plant men. And that's what Srila Prabhupada did. He planted men. He cultivated men. That's why this movement will go on for 100 centuries, which is 10,000 years. Once Prabhupada was asked, how can we become sincere? Many devotees have that question. We should all have that question. How can we become sincere? Because Prabhupada has mentioned many times that devotees should become sincere. So Prabhupada replied to this question, how can we become sincere? By saying, you can become sincere by becoming sincere. So sincerity is what will give us strength. In the pastimes of Srila Bhakti Thakur, it is just unimaginable how much he achieved. He was a district magistrate, one of the very few magistrates appointed by the British government at that time. He had to take care of his family. 9 children, I believe, right? 9 children, Bhakti Thakur. Bhakti Thakur had 9 children? 13 children, quite large family. District magistrate, so much responsibility as district magistrate, plus so many other social responsibility. Yet he was always spiritually involved. These things he just did as a by the way, just it was necessary to do. He had no so much interest in this so-called mundane things. His prime interest was only to write Krishna's literature, to propagate that, write the bhajan songs which we sing all the time. Prabhupada explains, why was this? How could he achieve this? He could achieve this because of this one quality of sincerity. And in the Bhagavad purpose, also Srila Prabhupada stresses this quality of sincerity. Even if we do not have other qualities, and actually in Kali Yuga, we are not very qualified, we are not very advanced devotees, at least I am not. But Prabhupada said that if you have this one quality of sincerity, you may be lacking in many other qualities. That quality alone is enough to make you advancement. Krishna will take you to the highest level of advancement, provided you have this one quality of sincerity.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Maharaj. Please accept my respectful obeisance. Dharma.
Thank you, Kulakashavu. Yes, continue.
So, such a wonderful narration of nectarian pastimes by Prabhuji. And at last, he just gave a life lesson to all of us. How we can develop this one quality of sincerity, and Krishna will bestow all favor upon us. So we'll start in the wonderful glorification of Prabhuji. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Mahaman Prabhu ki jai. So I am sharing the screen with all of you. Yes. So His Grace Mahaman Prabhuji, one of very prominent leaders in our society of ISKCON and dear disciple of Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhuji is currently, as you all know, residing in Indore and serving there, making a beautiful temple for Shri Shri Radha Govind, and also heading many responsible positions like zonal secretary for the North India division. So Prabhuji is also an initiating spiritual master. So we'll discuss something about his early life. So okay, it went little ahead. Yeah. So Prabhuji, it's written here, born and raised in India. But in an interview, I heard Prabhuji was saying that he was born in Kenya. So maybe if I two three times heard the same word, Kenya. So Prabhuji was born in Kenya actually, and somehow he then told that he moved to London to complete his mechanical engineering, to pursue his mechanical engineering, and he did his bachelor from Liverpool University in UK. So then, while Prabhuji was studying, also, he was curious to know what is the goal of life, why I am existing, like that. And when he used to ask his fellow mates these questions, then they used to just casually reply that, oh, life is meant for having fun, spending the life, enjoying everything. So Prabhuji was never satisfied by this, and he was looking for some higher answer. One day, when Prabhuji was passing through the streets, he suddenly saw some men and women were performing kirtan, and he saw men where the Americans wear shaven head and beautiful tilak on their face, bright saffron robes, and women wear in saris. So he was just amazed by this sight. And then one of the young Matajis, she came and gave Prabhuji a book. That book was Easy Journey to Other Planets. And that was the first book Prabhuji received. And since at that time, there was, in around 1970s, there was mm, this mission was going on, moon mission was going on, that people, Russia and America are sending uh, rockets, spaceships to moon. So that felt very interesting to Mahaman Prabhuji. And when he started reading, so he saw, you all have must read the book Easy Journey to Other Planets. So how Srila Prabhupada scientifically introduces, like he uses the term neutrons, protons, electrons, and all these things. That impressed Prabhuji very much. So at the last, there was address of the temple. So Prabhuji made his mind, I will just going to visit this center. And when Prabhuji came to the ISKCON Bury place, that has an ISKCON center at London. So when Prabhuji came, fortunately, as Prabhuji told, that was the same time when Srila Prabhupada was also there. And Srila Prabhupada received him, and he was giving a lecture, and Prabhuji was hearing, he narrated wonderful points from that. And when Prabhuji, when Srila Prabhupada came, and he saw him, he paid his obeisances. Then Srila Prabhupada just touched his head and said, Jai, only one word. So by that one word, Prabhuji took that so inspiring and offered his life as a full-time devotee. I am going to join this movement. So then Prabhuji later received Harinam initiation and Brahman initiation from Srila Prabhupada. So he joined in 1972. In 1973, he took this initiations. And then Prabhuji became involved in various activities of the mission, like book distribution and life membership until 1977. Then he came to India to serve BBT Library Party and distribute Srila Prabhupada's books more and more. As well as Prabhuji was also like taking leadership, recognizing his wonderful leadership qualities. They were giving him various positions. So Prabhuji served as a temple president of ISKCON Hyderabad. Temple president, a temple also, farm also, from 1982 to 1992. And there, Prabhuji developed the project under his guidance, and various different departments were expanded. And he was known for his steady management and gentle leadership. Prabhuji is very gentle from his behavior. So by that, again further, from 1995 to 2004, Prabhuji was serving as a temple president at ISKCON project in Vrindavan. So then he was facilitating the devotees who were coming there and participating in the activities of the temple, and doing further improvements in the temple services. So now Prabhuji is serving as a zonal secretary for Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, and mainly the North Division. And he is temple president as ISKCON Indore, and also the member of International Sabha. What is this Sabha? Actually, this is an advisory council which can give some advices to the GBC. So this is a separate kind of independent entity, you can say, which can advise or give some suggestions to the GBC. So there are many members in that, some sannyasis, some gurus, and new devotees, and Mataji is also like that. Many diverse devotees are there. So Prabhuji is one of the members there, and he is also initiating spiritual master there, and Prabhuji is also like yeah, taking care of different devotees, preaching in Indore and various cities, and giving kathas. So Prabhuji has deep appreciation for Srila Prabhupada, his wonderful contributions to the mission in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. So just Prabhuji narrated how deeply he felt that Srila Prabhupada's one word or one activity was so inspiring to him that it led to the lifetime surrender and dedication to the mission. So Prabhuji has many wonderful qualities. Over 5 decades of unbroken service in ISKCON, and Prabhuji is now guiding many disciples and devotees in their spiritual life, and similarly serving the mission, increasing his dedication more and more at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. So thank you very much. So if some devotees have something to add, they can also add. Maharaj, if you would like to.
Mahaman has a very close connection with Ujjain temple, because when we have started, Guru Maharaj started Ujjain project 2004. Mahaman in the temple president before that. So he is the only Prabhupada disciple, very close to Ujjain. He attended all our festival. He is available in the, so he never missed any program. We also invited every program, especially when Guru Maharaj is not there. Then he is the main speaker, like Sanan Jatra, other festival Jatra. He is the main speaker. And those who have seen him, very pure-hearted soul and very simple. The Vaishnava's quality is simplicity, innocent. Sometimes people cheat that type of people, a simple person. But actually, nobody can cheat a pure devotee. But foolish and rascal people may think, we have cheated him. So nobody can cheat a pure devotee. So we are fortunate that we get a lot of association of Mahaman Prabhu. Today was together here in Delhi. Also, there is a very big festival is here. He brought more than 200 devotees from Indore, Vrindavan Jatra, then in Delhi. So when you will come to Indore, Ujjain, on the way, Indore you can visit his temple. We also go all the big festivals. They're very beautiful. Radha Govinda deity. Though the old temple is there, but Mount was making very nice temple there. We hope next year it will be complete. So he's actually whatever preaching were going on in Ujjain, he was actually um, whole Madhya Pradesh is in charge. But when we do book distribution and doing youth preaching in Indore, he never objected us. So by his blessings, we are preaching here. So if you come in there, you can get his association. Hare Krishna. His grace Mahaman Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Prabhu.
Hare. Thank you very much, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So thank you all devotees for joining in this session. So we pray at the lotus feet of all these wonderful Vaishnavas that we may take inspiration, serve them, and take the inspiration to dedicate ourselves in the mission of Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. जय हिज ग्रेस महामन प्रभु जी की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेम हरि। थैंक यू।